getting ready to get started for you. So I'm going to send it over to the Colonel Bob Sheridan and Rich Murata.
Well, thank you, Christina, and a lot of excitement as Christina talked about. We'll be getting to that, but right now, as we stream on TopRank.tv, Rich, this undercard fight, this is Majiha making his way in. He'll be taking on Jerwin and Ancajas. This is a bantamweight fight at 118 pounds. What do we get on Majiha?
Well, Majiha has been trying to step up. He's been actually fighting in his last couple of fights, fighting
118 pounds. So, is he the next Manny Pacquiao? I don't know.
to continue on, maybe at a lesser weight. But this young man has been attracting attention. As you mentioned, he's got himself a world ranking now, and he's got himself a record. I mean, he's 21 of these fighters, at least, Will, who best handles fighting at this time.
Well, Ancajas is from the Philippines, and Majiha is from Tanzania, and so this is what you would call a walk-in fight. We'll see how it goes here. You see, Ancajas is the southpaw, jabbing with the right hand. Majiha, and credit to him, he'll fight any place. He's fought in Tanzania, of course, and South Africa, Thailand, the Philippines, and now in China. He's in the white trunks with that flashy red trim. Red trunks with the white and a little bit of gold is Ancajas.
And he brings an interesting and a little bit unusual style, Majiha, into the ring here tonight. As you'll notice, he has his left hand down quite a bit. It might be the spot for a good right hand counter by Ancajas.
See the quick hands of Ancajas immediately. Ancajas to the left of your screen. Fellow with his back to you from Tanzania. That, by the way, is where Mount Kilimanjaro is, if you know your geography. Tanzania. Decent jab, Majiha.
Yeah, and it looks like he gets around the ring pretty good.
He's not intimidated by Ancajas. Ancajas, you know, he's got very quick hands. That time he kind of lingered with the jab.
Yeah, he's kind of sticking it out there, almost like a measuring stick.
Caught him with a good right hand that time. And that to him is a right hook. Being the southpaw that he is.
There's that counter right I thought we might see here tonight from Ancajas. See that left hand down low by Majiha, and that might be a problem for him here.
Yeah, Majiha has a tendency to lean in, and he drops his right hand when he extends to reach with his left. Now he's dropped the left hand down. He was open for the right hand. You see, he hangs it a little bit low. When he goes with his right hand, he'll drop it even more. And you're right. Ancajas will be able to land that right hand of his. And he just landed it on the chin right there. Snapped the head, popped the head of Majiha.
So we're seeing an obvious weakness from the Tanzanian fighter.
This guy's got a record of 15-5, 4 draws, only 7 knockouts. The other guy's got 21 wins, 13 KOs.
And his only problem really is when he stepped way up in class. Colonel, as we talked about, fighting those two 12-rounders, which he lost decisions on in his last 2 fights.
Yeah, in both those fights, he had to go on the road for that to the Philippines.
Very nice long jab there. Good work of getting under the attempt of a counter. That was really nice work there by Ancajas. But he set it up with
Jerwin Ancajas in the red trunks from the Philippines. Wants to pick up the pace a little bit now, does the southpaw against Fadhili Majiha from Tanzania in the white trunks. Fancy red trim.
You know, down through the years, it's been interesting because they've put Filipino fighters many times on Manny Pacquiao cards, whether they be in the United States or elsewhere. And it is all so important to those Philippine fighters to do well on a Manny Pacquiao card because they know how many eyes on their homeland are on them.
Oh, for sure. And, of course, the wealthy Filipinos are here in this arena because, he caught him with the left hand, almost dropped him. It didn't look that powerful, but it got him back on his heels. I think he was partially off balance. But it's only a couple hours to fly from Manila to Macau. And so there will be a lot of Filipinos in the arena. And they'll start to fill up pretty fast here because the local people here in the Cotai Arena want to see Rex Cho, and they want to see Kuku Ning, who they call the Macau Kid, and they're the next two guys up in that order.
Yeah, we'll have the Wonder Kid in one fight and the Macau Kid in another fight.
Right. And both of them can fight. Ancajas just doing what he has to do. He's beating him to the punch. He's got the quicker hands. Even when he threw that, that right hook, caught him with a nice right hook that time, spun the head of Majiha.
Ancajas' versatility and really his aggressiveness in this round is serving him well. He's pushing the fight now, and he's pushing Majiha backwards, and that is really helping him.
Yeah, Majiha's got a problem of coming straight back instead of coming out at angles. That's never a good idea. You want to get out away from the punches. Try to get your man following you instead of cutting you off. Another solid left hand landed again by the Filipino fighter Ancajas. It's pretty good.
Yes, he's got a nice variety of punches. I really love his right hook. Comes over the top with it. It almost is headed on a downward trajectory sometimes, Colonel, when he brings it up high.
Well, he's only an inch taller, but he looks a lot taller than this guy, partially because of the way Majiha, is kind of roll over his shoulder forward. He loaded up a left hand himself, but it didn't land. Nice body shot.
Take a look at some of the action in round two. This was a more aggressive Ancajas in round number two, coming forward and really forcing, as you can see, Majiha to give ground on several of occasions, but that was the most dramatic time. That little quick left cross, that didn't travel very far, Colonel, maybe 8 inches, and it was just enough to throw Majiha off balance. And I certainly thought Ancajas had a much better round in round two than he did. Round one was kind of a pick-em round. But
all right, here we go. This is round number 3, scheduled for 8. This is an 8-round bantamweight fight, contested at 118 pounds. They both come in under that at 116.9 and 116.3. Ancajas being the heavier of the two. They're both starting to load up the punches a little bit more. Nice uppercut, which we haven't seen from Ancajas. There's that hook that you talked about, Rich, and it's a solid hook for Ancajas. Ancajas in the red, in the white trunks is Majiha.
The busier Ancajas is, the better he is. He's backing off a little in this round. I liked his aggression in round two and his strategy that he used more in round two, but it looks like he's trying to lure Majiha into some mistakes in this round.
Majiha himself has turned it up a little bit more. He's not pulling out all the time. He's coming forward a little bit more than he did in the last round.
Well, Jerwin just looks like he cannot miss with that right hook.
Well, we pointed out back in the first round, a lot of it has to do with the way he drops his left hand. You see, when Majiha throws his right hand like that, when he really loaded up that time, he had his whole shoulder and left hand down. And I'll tell you, Ancajas has some nice speed, and a straight left hand drops him. How about that? Does this guy want to fight anymore? It's up to 5, 6. I don't know if he's going to get up. He's not getting up. It's 8, 9, and 10. A knockout in the third round, scored off and it was the left hand instead of the right hand.
Jerwin looked very good, and here you'll see the knockout. It's going to be one boom shot straight left cross. Knees crumpled, down he goes, flat in his back. He'll lay down completely prostrate here in a moment.
And down he goes. Watch it again. Watch the left hand. Bang! Right there, right on the chin. And he crumbles down. Notice the way he stays up on his elbow, and then he just sort of collapsed after that. And there's your winner. So what Bruce McTavish does.
Naalala ko naman yung laban namin ni Majiha Fadhili Tanzania nata yun. Tapos para sa akin kasi hindi ko makakalimutan yung laban na yun kasi first time kong ma-undercard kay Sir Manny. Nakakalaban niya si Algieri ata yun. Tapos yun, first time ko na lumaban na maagang nagsimula yung laban, mga 8 o parang ganyan yung time na lumaban ako. Kaya yung paghahanda, iba yung paghahanda namin noon na dapat matulog ka ng maaga. Sawa naman ng Diyos nyo yung kondisyon ko, yung ano ko talaga sa utak ko na matulog kong maaga talaga ako nakatulog kasi kailangan mong maaga ding mag-isip yung kondisyon mo, kinukuha ang kondisyon. Kaya napaka sa akin yung laban na yun kasi first time ko talaga makalaban ng maaga, kumain ng maaga para sa laban. At yun, yung pagdating na sa laban, di ko rin akalain na matumba ko siya ng 3 rounds ata, 3 rounds kasi nakita ko yung mga laban niya, lumaban na din siya ng mga 12 rounds, tapos parang lumaban siya ng mga championship ata eh. Tapos yun, sabi ko hindi madali ito, abot kami ng round yung nasa ano ko talaga yun, nakachamba uli. Yun yung alala ko sa kay tsaka may ano pala si Sir Manny noon nung pagkatapos ng timbangan, nagpayo lang si Sir Manny na kailangan matapang daw, sabi niya. Sa Bisaya kasi sabi niya na dapat isog jud walang dula lang ana. Motong hinumduman ako kay Sir Manny nga iyang kanayong iyang kaisog jud ang iyang ginakuan niya sa mga boxer. Muna akong ginakuan pod, ginadalahan tud karon.